Yo, but say yo, yo, but say yo, yo, but say yo. Hey, to continue the trend of what I was doing yesterday, which was going on the preparing yourself for RTA. Shout out to Void. Just got on the Discord with him. So if you want me, hit me on Discord. He got a monster account, man. He's just lacking rooms, but man, he's gonna definitely be in the top. Definitely gonna be in the top 10 eventually. Where was I? We was talking about heroes last time, right? We talked about doing the Wisp. We're talking about doing Cleo. We talked about doing Elven Queen, and I think I left off from yesterday's list the Vampire. Ensure that you always have a Vampire, okay? And for those who don't know, never use the Vampire, is his skill 3 is like the only one in the game that do a all around passive block. And all the heroes that you're going to fight in RTA is going to have some form of passive. I'm trying to think of any. No, they're all going to have some kind of passive. So you need to build a Wisp, and you definitely need to build a Vampire in your team. Okay. I don't want to beat that horse, but it needs to be beaten. You need to build those things. If you're finding teams out there that's cleaving you, and you're like, man, I can't. That's because you don't have those two units, the Wisp and the Vampire. I'm trying to find this banana salesman. Where is he? Where is my? There you go. See him right here? That's a passive. That's a passive. And nobody's using that. Or very few is using that. So you're looking at a lot of units, and you're gonna see a lot of Ashura. You're gonna see a lot of Ashura in Guild Wars. You're gonna see a lot of Ashura in Arena, and you're gonna see a lot of Ashura in RTA for sure. If you ain't picking them first, 9 times out of 10, because you don't have them. Because if you have them, you're gonna try to pick him to be one of your first 2 units, okay? But he's not that. He's good, but there's ways to work around every unit in this game, okay? So I know a lot of people is thinking to themselves, no, some units are so OP. No unit is OP, okay? No unit is OP. There's a counter for every unit, okay? Once fixed, he's going to be deadly. Right now, he's in the shadows. That's why he's all blacked out, because he's on timeout, right? Because he crashed games. He crashed games. That's how OP he is. He is so OP that he crashed the game. As you can see, mine is, once again, fully skilled max, because I had great hope for him. Like, I had me a phenomenal thing. I'm the one who actually started that Genie Thorn Spirit that they say crashed the game, because the minute he came out, I was like, man, if I pair him with Thorn Spirit, this is gonna be deadly. That means he get to just la da 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 da. I did it, and then the game crashed every time. I put a video out, and it's now 2.5 months later, and they finally decided to try to fix it. But he's another secret contender. Once fixed, that's going to become valuable in RTA. So if you don't have him or you have him, mine, as you can see, is sanctified. Like, I really put a lot into this one. I wasn't really worried about the reason why I put tough on him is because it's supposed to increase all base stat, and all his base stat is well-rounded. So I just wanted him for that. I need to put some more speed to him so I can get that taunt out, because once you taunt the team, it ensures that they don't get to use none of their other skill but their first skill. And every time he gets hit, he generate a mark. And every time he put a mark on a thing on your heroes, it will instead recover 50% of the attack damage and HP. Allies with a genie mark will ignore damage, so your team gets a freebie especially when dealing with cleave team, and will cover 50% of the attack and damage, so they could hit you and heal your team. And this is every time he's being attacked. So it went from 70% to 100% chance to grant a genie mark on a random ally for 2 turns. So that's why I use him a lot, and he's going to be valuable in RTA. Mark my word. Things that also you need to build. We talked about those support characters. Let's talk about some damage dealers that you need to actually build for RTA. Let's go into this. One of the main ones that you need to do is Flame Spirit. Your Flame Spirit needs to be built. If you have not maxed out your Flame Spirit, did I? Okay, before I start talking crap. Okay, she's one away from her skill 2, which I could do right now. So I can infect that school down. This skill right here attacks all enemies and go through defense break. The damage is increased. So I just added basically 35% more to my damage, which makes it 100% of attack. So a lot of your RTA team is going to be consistent of defense monster. Ashura is a defense monster. Your LD Nat 5, most of them are defense monsters. This ignore the defense. So if they're foolish and if they're foolish enough to just put nothing but defense on them, Dragoon, defense monster. And that's why you need to balance your units out with defense and HP, because if you just put defense on it, once she ignore defense, that's it. It's lights out, buddy. It is lights out. Call your electric company, let them know that you ain't pay your bills. It is lights out. So you definitely need to build her. You definitely need to put her on a great damage build set. If you could get her on destruction or just attack, the rune sets, if you can get her on that, that's best. Berserk is not the way to go with her. Yeah, you get more turn cycling, but you definitely need to do a attack rune. Her third skill is going to attack, ignore defense, and her second skills also have an AoE. So if you want to put some all set on it, so she could ignore 15% of the enemy defense, that's good enough too. But definitely attack, or definitely you really want to go with a nice destruction set. You really do. You really want to make her a crit damage heavy hitter. If you come from Summoner's War, this is your Lucian. You want to make this your Lucian. You want to put as much crit damage on her, just like you do the Bone King. Just like you do the Bone King. So you rune her like you would rune a Bone King. And you make sure that she's protected, okay? So that's a unit that if you have, and once again, these are like 4-star units, so you should have a lot of these units, okay? A lot of these units you should have, except for the genie and stuff like that. But once again, most people got it. Most people not using it. I'm just saying you want to take heed and actually build one. You're definitely going to need that vampire. You're definitely going to need that flame spirit in your back pocket. She may not come up all the time, but you need her in your back pocket. The next one is Spider Queen. If you're going to build a Spider Queen, build her as a gas cannon. This is a farming type set on Spider Queen. But if you're going to build her, you need to build her as a glass cannon. You want to make sure that she takes that first turn with her third skill. That says that, prevent all enemies from going faster than her. And she can attack faster. But you want to make sure that when she does hit that hit, that is a woo Ric Flair. You want to hit her with a him with a Ric Flair. You want to hit him with a Ric Flair. I promise you. Now, unlike Flame Spirit, where you want to put a destruction set and a fight set on her, I will vote. Let me know in the comment section. I will vote that your Spider Queen should be on a desperation set. It should be your most damage-inducive desperation set. Speed shouldn't matter. Speed shouldn't be a part of it. It should just be attack, crit damage, attack on your desperation set. If you could get 100% desperation set, all 6 on her, get it on her. Reason being is, if you're going to attack the enemy and they don't have immunity on or anything of the sort, she's going first. If she does not wipe out a lot of the team that's there, the least she could do is take a lot of energy and stun them. If you have 6 set on her, she's reducing the target's energy by 50%. So therefore, you target the fastest unit they got, and then you automatically just hit them. Boom, pow, that Rocky and Bullwinkle Batman symbol. You put that out there, and you ensure that you stun at least 2 of their units. Even if you only stun 1, that's better than 1 unit having a turn to attack you. So build her glass cannon on a desperation set. That's if you're fighting somebody, they got a whole bunch of LDs, and you like, damn, what I'm gonna do? Now, if they got a bunch of immunity, you kind of SOL, right? But that's why you need to hit them with the, or you got immunity, my glass cannon is still going to take out at least 2 of your units, because 9 times out of 10, they're not built to last, okay? Unless, once again, you're dealing with those destruction people. So you definitely, if you have a Spider Queen, sanctify her. When it comes to runes, your runes does not need to have hit percentage. She does have skills that does, require hit, but I wouldn't be concerned with that. She could be built without hit for RTA. This is a unique version of it. If you have your Lich King maxed out, he is valuable in RTA. I will make him attack only, no speed, no HP. Listen to what I said. No speed, no HP. Reason being is you want him to die and not move, because this resurrective passive, once skilled up, is 100%. That means that they just gonna be frustrated that they can't kill your team. This is where Vampire comes in and automatically, subdue that passive. But if they don't have passive, you want your Lich King to be on nothing but attack, crit damage attack, bare minimum HP, bare minimum speed. He dies, he stays on the board, he's taking a long time to move. If they're foolish enough to run a Enchantress where it keeps slowing you down, by all means, run it. But I think now when he dies, they can't target him anyway. But either way, he's gonna bring that team back up and up and up again to where you're going to beat them. It's a nice stall team to use. Okay, so he's a very great stall anti-cleave user. So if you're fighting a lot of cleave teams in RTA, you might want to build your Lynch up, because he's going to prevent them from just clearing you out, because he's going to probably be the first to die because he has no HP, and he's going to make sure that your whole team keep coming back and be good to go. I tried with her. I still haven't found a use yet. I even have her maxed out on my alt account. I still haven't found a use yet. Hopefully in RTA, I could find me a nice, like in the regular stuff, there's so many units out there that does better. You figure somebody with a bow and arrow bullseye would have basically ignored defense on all her stat, because think about it. This is bullseye. Like she has aim. Like a unit like this need to be reworked. I think for Nat 5, she's lackluster. She's not even the hardest hitting with her skill 1. You got other unit that hit harder with skill 1. That's not even attack type. You know what I'm saying? Even Elven Queen hit harder with her skill 1, and she's not even attack type. So they need to rework this one. She needs to definitely have ignore defense on her arrows. I mean, she's a Nat 5 for God's sakes. My sleeper unit that people do not think is all that great, but when your unit covers the whole screen, it's telling you don't mind my stat. I'm that good. He's that good. I started skilling him up, and then I kind of stopped. Don't know why, but he is sanctified. Wow. Either I put a lot of scrolls, or I was just getting a lot of dupes, because almost all my units are you sanctified? You're sanctified. Are you sanctified? Yeah, you could have been sanctified. You could have been sanctified. At least got one sanctified, right? Cool. But yeah, you definitely need to have him in your back pocket. So if your enemy is picking a bunch of healers, we talking about the Druid, we talking about the Selene, we talking about Una. Garuda is your equalizer. You know, this is to ensure that they just don't sit there and stall you to death. You need to have a Garuda build. And the way you have Garuda built is you need to have him on speed. This one is slow. Well, decent speed. I would still prefer about a 190 speed. Because you don't really want to. You want to outspeed the team and put it on, yeah. But there's a chance that the Druid could cleanse it, so you don't want to worry about that. Neither you want to make sure that they could do their little recovery onto their units, and then you throw it on them, and then that 2-turn recovery that they got now becomes a damage effect over time. So this is a pretty good unit to have. So attack the enemy. First skill, once again, is alright. Ain't nothing to write about. It just gives burns. But attack the enemy. This right here, Flame Abyss, is what attacks all enemies 3 times and put that conversion on them. Karmatic conversion, which means that every time they heal, they actually take damage. So I need to definitely work on skilling this up so I could get his trigger rate up a little bit. His trigger rate is, and the way this is worded is so funny, because the 30% is for the burn, but the karmatic conversion for 2-turn is not the trigger rate. They should have had a definite sentence. It should have been like 30% chance to do burn, period, target for 1 turn, period, and then put affect them with karmatic conversion for 2 turns, because the 30% does not actually effectively work on the karmatic conversion. It's going to happen. It does go through a nice hit check, but it's not going through that 30% chance that they put in here. It's actually a lot higher. But they have a translation issue. I've tested them out. I promise you, this 30% is only effective to the burn, not to the entire chromatic conversion. Or I'm lucky as crap, one or the other. I know a lot of people is planning on probably doing a destruction idol. Destruction idol to me is more of an RTA unit, not an RTA unit, but arena unit versus RTA. You're definitely going to need a Selene. Definitely going to need a Selene for RTA. And we don't know how he's going to be reworked. We don't know how Master Dao is going to be reworked, and would he be meta relevant. If he is meta relevant, then this is more important that you build Vampire, because you definitely do not need him to use his passive right here, which is, as you can see, maxed out on mines. Whenever an ally take damage, he increased the bar, and you don't need that. So if they don't rework his kit, and I said before, it does not ignore defense. It's been tested. Shout out to Foie. It just has an insane multiplier. That's all it is. We talked about Marquez yesterday. I'm slowly building him up. I'm actually now doing Spire. I know. I thought it was 150 level Inspire. I'm actually only 140 Inspire. I suck. But I'm now doing Spire. Shout out to the videos out there doing Spire that inspire me. And Void was like, hey, I started farming to do Spire. So I was like, yeah, you know what? I may need to start doing Spire myself. So I'm going to be focused on Spire in order to get my skill cats to start maxing out my units. Is there anything else? I don't know how he's going to play in the meta. Now, a lot of people believe that you need to put a agile set on him because of the way his skills read. It says for every 30 points of speed, he gets 10 crit rate. And that's almost on all his stats, right? So you figure an agile set is needed. But is it though? Because he already has 15. And one of y'all, you tell me one of y'all is not sanctified? Yeah. So he already got 15% crit rate. You're going to find some kind of crit rate on this. So this right here is now 34%. And you only need 70 more. Crit rate can't go over 100. So if you're going to use him and he's going to be 100% crit, because at 180 right now, I'm already at 60% extra crit rate plus the 30. So I'm already at 94% crit rate. So do you need agile set on him? The answer is no. I got one on him, but you don't need to. You need to put your fastest destruction set on him. You want to make sure that his crit damage is high, his attack is high, and his speed is high on that crit damage set. So your crit damage set is the best rune to put on Musashi, not agile. I know you're tempted based on the way it's read to put agile, but I promise you, you want to put a fast destruction set on him. Your crit damage set is going to have some crit rate in it, so therefore you can't go over 100%. So you're looking at being kind of wasted just doing that. His base speed is not even high. Now if I see if his base speed was just like Enchantress, yeah, by all means put him fast so he could do one hit and call it a day. But realistically speaking, nah. He's only going to be 100% crit rate, and if you get 40% crit rate, you only need 180 speed, and you need a whole bunch of crit damage to take advantage of the fact that he's going to crit all the time. So we're going to leave it as that until the next video. I'm not going to talk your head off. I'm expecting that sometime tonight, they're going to be putting out something, some kind of patch note or something of the fact of what's coming out. Would they allow us to release it? I don't know. But I'm looking forward to something being released tonight. There's been a lot of pressure on the Discord channel for something to be said. We really like the game. We don't want to see it die. All the people that were negative are now gone. We now have a positive community. That's a plus. That means now we can now cater to those who actually need to see and hear our content and enjoy our gameplay. Not everything, and people have to understand this, not everything is going to be glorious since day one. Cell phone wasn't like that. TV wasn't like that. Radio wasn't like that. You name it, nothing ever came out on day one that was so magnificent. You know what I'm saying? I think if memory served me correctly, the only thing that came close to, like, from day one being amazing would have to be me. I think that would be, yeah, I am 100, yeah. So besides me, I don't think there's anything out there that could do it. So with that, please continue to subscribe. I appreciate it. I do need 1,000 in order to be part of the content creator thingamajiggy what's-a-who's-a. So I will appreciate you hitting the like button and put a comment. If you don't like what I put, hit the like button, but in the comment section put, dude, you suck. I appreciate that too. I really do. I have no self-esteem issue and nothing to faze me, so deal with it. Until the next one, 안녕하세요.